Hi Vinay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hi Vinay, thanks for joining Vinay. Vinay, before we start, no, are you connected to Wi-Fi right now? Good network.
Yes.
Oh, great, great, great. And Vinay, just one more thing. During the discussion, no, we just want you to share your mobile screen, and like you do with the Hindustan Times app, just take us through the app. Discuss that also. Can you just try sharing the screen once so we know that it's working properly?
Yes. Give me a second. One second, please.
Yeah, yeah, sure, 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 sure. Vinay, you're on mute. You're on mute right now. Oh, you are not on mute, but I can't hear you. Okay. Vinay, I don't know if you're speaking, but I can't hear you.
Ganesh, if you can please log out and re-log in using the same link. Might be there's some technical issue.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, sir. You are audible now.
Perfect. I was.
Also, if you can please turn on your video.
Yes, I can.
Rahul, sir, you can guide him.
Vinay, you know how to share your screen. No, just try sharing your screen once.
I I did mention before as well. I can't share it because there is an error. It states only host can share in this meeting.
Okay,
So
okay,
till the
okay.
time.
Yes, yes, I changed it. I changed it. Sorry.
Lovely. Okay, let me try again. Yeah,
Hmm.
perfect. I can share now. Screen start. I think now you could see my screen,
Yes,
isn't it?
perfect, perfect, perfect. Cool. Vinay, this is the same phone you used to read the newspapers and all, no?
Absolutely.
All right, great, great. Vinay, just give us 2 more minutes. We'll start.
Okay. Can I end the sharing or do you want me to
No, no,
continue?
you can stop sharing. You can mute yourself also for the time being. We will start the next.
Noted. Perfect. Good.
Hi Anand, let me know when you're ready. We can start.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Vinay, right?
Yes.
Vinay, if you can please start your video audio. Hi, Vinay. One second.
Hi.
Hi. Am I audible to you? And my
Yes.
video is visible. Great. So thank you so much, Vinay, for giving us time today. Thanks a lot. Let me tell you the purpose of meeting. Basically, my name is Anand, and we are into research. By research, meaning we speak to different people on different topics and get their opinion and views. So similarly, we are doing one study this time around to know your views on news and generally about news, basically. So that is the reason we are meeting today. A couple of things before we actually start. Firstly, we are doing this in an online manner. So just in case there's some network issue, disconnection that happens, please rejoin on the same link that's given to you, Vinay. Secondly, whatever your views are, there are no right, wrong answers as such in our discussion. So whatever you feel on that topic, we are more than happy to hear them. So I hope you're comfortable and you can speak.
Absolutely.
Great. So if you can please introduce before we get into our topic, Vinay.
Sure. So, hey Anant and everyone here. My name is Vinay Patapri. I put up at Mumbai. I work for a technology firm, IT technology firm called Endeavor IT Services, and I'm 35 years old. What else you would love to
What
know?
about family? What do you like doing?
Okay,
What do your
so
family
I
work?
stay absolutely. I stay with my mom and dad, wife and daughter. I love to play sports. I'm pretty active when it comes to badminton, squash, and cricket. I try to, make a time out to play these sports over the weekends.
Hmm.
While cricket is quite a dream, considering it's
Acha.
raining quite heavily in Mumbai. But
Acha.
yes, whenever do I do get time, probably these are the things what I do. Apart from very similar hobbies and interest in the people around me, going out for clubbing, meeting friends, colleagues,
Yeah.
boozing, and now since there are a lot of monsoon gateways in and around Maharashtra, in and
Yeah.
around Mumbai, so I love to go out over the weekends, club it along with Monday or Friday.
Nice. Where in Mumbai are you?
I am based out of Goregaon.
Goregaon. Acha. Okay, great.
Haji.
Chalo, so let's come to our topic. When I say news, what are your instant feeling, thoughts?
I think okay, so probably I would start with a background. Obviously, it revolves around getting new business onboarded. It's all about retaining existing clients. So obviously, if you ask me news, it helps me to stay updated. It helps me
I think your network is slightly weak. Your
make
voice
a
is.
relevant
I think your
pitch to
network is
kind of
quite weak.
one
I
second.
can't hear you at all.
I hope it's better now.
I don't know why it is showing still red to me here. Your network.
Okay, give me a second, please. Give me a
Yeah,
second.
if you can change your network or something.
I think it should be better now.
I don't know. It's still red. Okay, chalo. Let's continue. So, what are the different platforms or sources that you depend on when it comes to news?
Okay, so I think platform would be your mobile phone, laptop, computer, tab, and the actual newspaper.
Okay. So,
So
what on your
and
laptop?
television
Yeah.
too, and
Television.
television too. Correct.
Okay. When it comes to laptop or mobile, what are the different mediums? What are the different sources?
So I think when you ask me medium or source, predominantly you're asking from where I scout for news. So I primarily rely on Hindustan Times to
Hmm.
give me, crisp and updated details about what are the things happening around.
Hmm.
And from a financial aspect, I'm quite, avid investor too. So I rely heavily on money control. So
Oh,
these are two, specific,
okay.
website wherein I rely on. And in general, Wikipedia is something, which
Okay.
helps me to
Okay.
search about, to learn new things.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
What about WhatsApp? Is WhatsApp also medium for news, like social
I
media or WhatsApp?
absolutely, WhatsApp is a biggest medium for fake news. I think if you have to sell any kind of a propaganda, you can definitely do it using WhatsApp.
Mhm.
I honestly, I do not rely on, any news or any, videos which comes on the group or the forwarded messages. I do
Acha.
not rely on that.
Social media, is social media one of the source?
I think for a casual news, yes, for a Bollywood related news or probably anything to do. Ki bhai Ranveer Singh bought a property worth 119 crore next to Shah Rukh Khan. Probably for these juicy newses, I think
Okay.
social media is good enough.
Okay. In a typical day, what all timings do you consume news, and where are you then?
Okay, so I think I prefer browsing through news at the time I'm traveling. So probably I try to make my travel more effective because as you are aware, in
Yeah.
Mumbai you take around 1.5 hours
Yes.
traveling each side.
Hmm.
So I put up at Goregaon. My office is at BKC. So I roughly take
Hmm.
around one and a half
Hour.
hours in the morning
Yeah. Yeah.
and probably 2 hours in the evening. So probably those are the time when I get hooked on to these news website to get
Hmm.
an update what is happening, and obviously it happens along with other social media apps, and the relevant news out
And
there.
how much time do you spend going through all the news?
Again, there is no fixed routine as such, Anand, that I would spend only 30 minutes or 45 or probably an hour. It
Yeah.
depends upon how interesting the news is.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Great. So, talking about the topics of interest or the various categories of news that you really
Hmm.
look forward to, which ones are those?
So at the moment, I am pretty hooked on to politics. So be it Indian politics or be it, international politics, it's something which, aspires me or probably it interests me a lot, followed by
Okay.
sports and editorial pick.
Editorial. Okay. What about
Haji.
technology related news or, skill related
I
news?
again, for technology and skill related, I wouldn't rely on my news channel or probably news app or news website. Rather, for example, for skill related, I would rather dwell on LinkedIn to understand and probably learn new skills which will help me in my professional career. With
Hmm.
regards to technology, I think there are other websites. For example, GSM Arena. That's one of the website which helps you to
Okay.
give lot of
Okay.
information about technology. Then there are tech makni shows, other
Hmm.
tech shows, which helps you to give you more information about the recent or the
Yeah.
latest technology available around.
Yeah. So this language is mostly English is what you prefer, is it, when it comes to?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Hmm.
दादा अब
So
हिंदी पढ़ने में भी दिक्कत होता है यार. It's
yeah,
been long time. Yes.
yeah. So what is your go-to English language digital newspaper?
I think my go-to, news section would be Hindustan Times.
Okay. Okay. Any reason?
Okay, so probably I may draw a comparison with other newspaper brands. I hope that's okay.
Yeah, 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 absolutely.
Okay, so I think I have consumed a lot of news from Times of India and Economic Times and few other, but I found it to be very propaganda, the kind of the news. Actually, for example, for me as an individual or rather for any consumer, we would expect news channels to be more neutral, nispaksh, what you call in Hindi. Unfortunately, I believe, ET and both Times of India aren't. And that was the reason that I moved on from Times of India to Hindustan Times, and
Okay.
now I am just focusing on Hindustan Times because I
Hmm.
find that they are into business of news and they deliver the news as it is without playing around it.
Mhm. So what happens? What role does it play for you if this is happening?
Okay, So probably I can give you, one news which drew a lot of attention of not me but all the people, on social media, and it got highlighted as well. So the recent killings. I think the way Times of India presented that two consumers disguised, and he killed. Probably what happens is they try and hide the facts. They revolve around the selected propaganda for which they are getting paid from the
Mm,
respective political party.
mm,
And
mm.
probably from every news, you could understand that there is a negativity all around.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Okay,
when you
okay.
open the newspaper, so you see all negativity all around selected propaganda. While when
Have
I
you
read
taken any
Hindustan
subscription? Have you taken any subscription for
for,
any
for
news?
no, I
Oh,
haven't. I
you, what
haven't.
stops you doing that?
Okay, so I think that the kind of an information what I look for, I
Mm,
am pretty satisfied with the kind of services what I'm currently getting. And more importantly, there are a lot of free space where you can avail a lot
yeah,
of
yeah.
news, consume a
Okay,
lot of news. So there is no requirement to,
yeah.
go ahead and buy
So is it
news.
site or website? Sorry, is it website or app?
Website.
Why not app? Because I heard there are various apps also these days for news.
Yes, there are apps, but I think my experience with website has been pretty good. In fact, in terms of the layout, and more importantly, you could scroll down. I think which is still better than getting onto an app and doing this. So I
Hmm.
prefer using a website versus an app,
So
and
what
more important.
issues do you face in app?
So I think with app, first you need a lot of strong internet connectivity. Second,
Hmm.
app usually get crashed over a period of time. You need to update on a regular course. You need to do a sign in to get a news there. But on website you can directly mark as a bookmark or probably your favorites which you happen to read,
Yeah, yeah.
and you could browse it. And more
Hmm.
importantly, it gets updated on a real time basis.
On website, is it?
Yes, I have seen websites are proactive in comparison to apps.
Oh, okay. So do you remember when was the first time that you accessed Hindustan Times?
I think Anand, it's been 3, 4, 5 years or even more than that.
Okay, okay. And how did you start? Was it only through a website or?
No. Obviously, when I started, it was the actual newspaper.
Okay.
I think before COVID, there was a trend to carry newspaper along with you when you are traveling, so that it becomes easier for you to read it. I think pandemic changed the perspective of looking at everything. I
Mhm.
also my perspective also changed, and since then I got switched to electronic medium.
Mm-hmm. So how do you access this Hindustan Time website? How do you access that? What
I
is your
access
way?
through my mobile. Through my
Mobile.
mobile.
And
Haji.
do you type what is it, or do you type
No,
the
I don't.
website?
I no no. I don't type. I've added Hindustan Times as a bookmark. So I
Okay.
just along with few others which I have it
Okay.
for my
So
daily update.
so why bookmark?
Okay. So I think I am being lazy out here. If you are going to a particular website on a daily basis, why you need to type it every now and then? I think it's a lot more convenient, and it's a lot more quicker as well if you add them as a bookmark.
Acha. Okay, okay, okay. All right. So when you are accessing this HT website,
Hmm,
okay,
hmm.
what kind of advantages do you see you get accessing through website, through a bookmarked website? So one is time saving is there, definitely. That's what you're saying. What else?
Okay, so another advantage could be probably if you want to bookmark a particular, article or something, you could do it, and then again, you can scroll back to the history in case if you want to revisit a particular news. I think
Acha.
that's better
Okay,
off when you
interesting.
bookmark it. Yes.
Any issues that you face in this method?
No, there is no issue. I think that's more convenient. It just, it's like
Hmm.
you swipe it, you open it, and from a
Okay.
click, you get started.
Okay. Is there any other way that you consume news apart from like bookmarking? Somebody said that they also type news topic on Google, and that's how they also
No,
try to
no, no,
find.
no. No. Yes, I do it on Wikipedia in case if I want to learn something about anything which is going around in the trend, and I want
Mhm.
to understand what is all about.
Mm.
Probably I may search it on Wikipedia. Otherwise,
When
I
would
think
that be?
when,
What
again
occasion would
during
that be?
again during that time,
Mm-hmm.
or probably, for example, during our interaction, there is something interesting which has come up. Probably after our interaction, I will go back to Wikipedia and see what is it all about and why it makes sense to know about it and everything.
Why Wikipedia? I mean, you have the trust, is it, with Wikipedia?
Absolutely. So I think the matter of fact with Wikipedia is it's like a it's a universe of information. So irrespective whether it is latest or probably outdated information, still you could find it there. These are more trustable, even though these are updated by people like us, but these are more trustable sources.
Nice, nice. So we are getting into the most critical part of our discussion, wherein I would like you to explore the entire HT website that you do usually on a regular
Okay.
basis. And we would really like to understand feedbacks from you.
Okay.
Likes, dislikes, what you like, what you don't like, what can be better, suggestions,
Hmm.
feedback. Could be anything on the layout, could be on the news, on the content, on anything.
Hmm.
So for the next, so for that, we would like you to share your screen and
Okay.
post that you do as per what you do usually. Take me through it, just the way there's a cricket commentary that is happening and the background, because I don't know what you are thinking while you're scrolling or what while you're checking. So you keep on just giving me the commentary that what are you looking, what you do, what you usually do, what is it that you like, what is it can be better, dislike, could be anything. So if you can please share your screen.
Yes. Give me a second, please. Is my screen visible?
Yeah, just the
Okay.
do the way you do usually.
Okay. So here are a few bookmarks.
Okay, so this is the Hindustan Time website, right?
Haji.
Okay.
So
One
first,
second, just a second, just a second.